Hello and welcome to Charter Local Edition Northwest. I'm Dana Cowley and today we are in the beautiful Marcus Whitman Hotel in downtown Walla Walla. My guest today is Greg Thompson. He's a commissioner with the Walla Walla County. Greg, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Your county, just like everyone else in the state of Washington, is trying to move ahead with how to implement the state-passed Legalized Marijuana Act, and you just had a fiery meeting about it.
We did. We had a public hearing. We chose to have the public hearing prior to placing the moratorium on growing and distribution of it. And so we had a lot of comments, but we will more than likely place a moratorium on it until the Liquor Control Board actually figures out how they're going to handle it and get the rules in place.
And from what I was reading in the articles, it looks like placing the moratorium is really to avoid any potential litigation because this is so new, trying to stay out of any legal trouble.
Correct. While the federal government has said they're going to stay out of Washington State's business, it doesn't mean that somewhere along the line somebody won't attempt a lawsuit if we don't do things correctly. And so, we're trying to do the best we can to make sure, all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted.
The people who are in support of legalizing marijuana, and also Walla Walla County being such a big agricultural area, I think a lot of people think this is a big cash crop you could jump in on commercially and make some money with it.
Yeah, I think that that's what we heard from a few people. We did hear from our prosecuting attorney, Deputy Prosecuting Attorney Jesse Nolte the other day, and there can only be 4 sites in Walla Walla County as a whole. So, it's not like it's going to be opened up to anybody that wants to grow marijuana and distribute. And the other thing people need to remember, if they want to grow it within a city limits, they need to go to that city council or that jurisdiction and get permission. Walla Walla County moratorium is only for the unincorporated areas of the county.
Well, you touched on a subject now, we wanted to shift gears a little bit. You touched on the subject of the people in the Walla Walla area do have multiple jurisdictions. And as a commissioner for the county, that sometimes people always don't understand the role of the county commissioner and what you actually do for the county citizens.
Correct, we have 3 county commissioners, and our role is to oversee the county budget in the unincorporated areas of Walla Walla County. And our current expense budget's about $17 million a year, which is divvied up amongst the other elected officials and department heads. And so that's what we do. We've been pretty fortunate so far in the fact that we've had some reserves in the past years to get by, but those are now at the point where they're dwindling, and we're like every other county after this next year and going to try and figure out how we're going to provide core services with the revenue available.
So do you see that as the greatest challenge that the county is facing now?
I do. Like I told, we had a department head meeting this morning. I told them, I said, I'm not the calculator guy, but I've been here 11 years and I pretty much have been able to see it. And I think that after this next year, we're going to have to start really figuring out how we're going to provide the services.
Now, are the revenues being diverted from one area more into law enforcement, or where do you see the shortcomings in the finances coming? Is it from the taxes not coming in?
Yeah, I think some of the initiatives that have been passed over the last few years, I-695, that MVET tax took out a huge chunk of how county government was funded. And we're funded with sales tax and property tax, and that's it in the county.
All right, Greg, thank you so much. We really appreciate you joining us. Greg Thompson, Walla Walla County Commissioner. I'm Dana Cowley here in the beautiful Marcus Whitman Hotel in downtown Walla Walla. This is Charter Local Edition Northwest, and thanks for watching.